Ruto, who is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, is of the coastal region. The Deputy President is on a 3-day tour to popularize his United Democratic Alliance party because he's the party leader of that new party. But William Ruto and his allies are worried at the coast. So in this video today, I want to explain to you guys why William Ruto and his allies at the coast are really worried. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers of this channel, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Now let us get back to the main issue. After the Msambweni by-election, which the deputy president won, he decided to embark on a journey of consolidating the coastal region and win back the region from the grip of Raila Odinga. So the deputy president has been on a 3-day tour of the coastal region. His first stop was at Lunga Lunga constituency. Lunga Lunga is in Kwale County. While at Lunga Lunga, the deputy president launched a police station, but without the presence of any police officer on site, which shocked many Kenyans. And many Kenyans termed that police office as fake and advised the DP to convert it into order officers. But those are politics. Then from Lunga Lunga, which is in Kwale, the deputy president then went to Kilifi for a meeting there. The same thing I observed. And then he went, yesterday he was in Mombasa, Kisauni constituency. Again, I observed the same thing. And because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, I observed in Lunga Lunga, I observed in Malindi, in Kilifi, I observed in Mombasa, that two key individuals were missing from William Ruto's campaigns. The Kwale governor, Salim Mvurya, was missing. After the Msambweni by-election, the allies of the deputy president appointed Salim Mvurya as the leader of Team Tangatanga from that region. Mvurya was missing in this event. And because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, there's something which is happening there. Then Feisal Mohamed, the guy who won in Msambweni, was also missing in action. And it was not the first time he was missing. You remember so well that this guy was supposed to accompany Tangatanga to Matungu. He was missing. And I remember Hassan Omar explaining to the people of Matungu that he was missing because he had certain issues. Some people wanted to grab some land down there, so he had to go there.
Mwanzo kabisa, mimi nataka kuwaletea salamu kutoka rafiki yangu Feisal ambaye tulimchagua kule Msambweni. Leo Feisal alikuwa aweko hapa na sisi kama mwanambere wa Hasla Movement. Lakini akasema kwa vile kuna fisadi mmoja amevunjia watu wake nyumba huko Diani, imebidi aende huko kuangalia hilo jambo.
And of course this guy has been consistently missing. You know, he's the last one. He's the biggest new catch in that team. So he ought to be present everywhere, to be floated. So he was also missing. Then I reached out to a contact of mine who is well conversant on the issues of the coastal region politics. Now this was my message to him. Hello there. Lee Makwiny here. Feisal and Mvurya missed the Lunga Lunga event. They were not in Kilifi and again missed the Mombasa event. This guy is one guy who is an authority when it comes to Kwale politics. And that's why I asked him this question. Now listen to his response. He's telling me that Honorable Feisal is ODM. Mvurya is Jubilee wing of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Feisal Mvurya Ruto by election pack was a pure opportunistic tactic to defeat Joho for imposing boga on the voters down there. And that message really made me thinking. Raila Odinga, after the election, stated that Feisal is their person.
Imagine Raila Odinga is now claiming that the independent candidate who won Msambweni by-election is an ODM candidate. So, what he means is that it is ODM that won in Msambweni. Imagine Raila Odinga making such kind of claims. Listen to him.
The question then is, do you think the popularity of ODM, because the late Suleiman Dori was a member of parliament for Msambweni and was ODM candidate from 2013, do you think this has, in a way, dented the popularity of ODM in the coast region?
I don't think so, because I've told you that the guy who won eventually.
He was a PA to Suleiman Dori.
To Suleiman Dori,
yes.
And therefore he was a member of ODM.
Okay.
So a number of people who actually voted for him are
ODM.
ODM members.
No.
And Jubilee guys mocked him. This guy is repeating the same thing. This is the same guy who told me also, just before the Msambweni by-election. He told me that ODM was going to lose the seat. And he told me to watch the space. And I remember Hassan, who is a good friend of mine, also telling me that they were going to win as Tangatanga the Msambweni by-election. Because Hassan Joho made certain mistake. But he was unwilling to tell me this mistake because he feared if he told me, probably I would share some of this with the other side. So he told me Hassan Joho made a mistake and they're going to take advantage of that mistake to win Msambweni. So basically, Feisal Mohamed, amekula fair. If you know what I mean. Amekula fair. And there's a guy here called Nabi Nahodha Mwaboza. I follow him also at the coastal region. Anasema huyu alifikiri sana, not that. Kuna kitu alisema hapa. Yes, this is what he's saying. Nasikia amesema hataki kufuatwa na mang'ombe kule Kilifi cause ako nazo mob shambani kwake. Kuna mtu amekula fair. So basically I think he was talking of William Ruto being pissed off and telling that hataki kufuatwa. So basically, William Samoei Ruto's tour of the coastal region, if you ask me, has failed. Because on the day the deputy president, just a day before the deputy president landed at the coast, Hassan Joho, Amason Kingi, and Salim Mvurya held a meeting. And they resolved to consolidate the coastal region first. Then after consolidating the coastal region, then they were going to negotiate with whichever person they wanted to negotiate with. So probably they'll want to negotiate with Raila, they'll want to negotiate with Mudavadi, they'll want to negotiate with Kalonzo, or they'll even want to negotiate with William Samoei Ruto. So in short, William Ruto is not going to succeed kujipanga coastal region. But what's really happening at the coast for William Samoei Ruto? Why are they worried? Number one is the UDA party. UDA party, the United Democratic Alliance Party, is not selling at the coast. That's the honest truth. This party is also not selling in the central Kenya region. That's why if you look at the coastal region and if you look at the central region, people are not excited much about this particular party. And because this party is not selling, Feisal is not interested in it, Salim Mvurya is also not interested in it. Remember, Feisal decided to contest as an independent candidate. So probably he also believed that he won because he contested on an independent ticket. Contesting on order would have meant a different ballgame for them. So I think the first challenge they're facing is that order is not settling at the cost. And that's why if you listened to Aisha Jumwa's speech in Mombasa yesterday, she was attacking Amason Kingi and Joho, and she was now saying that now they're going to start going outside there to sell their new party and probably open an office, if you followed their speech. Number two, why I think Feisal and Mvurya decided not to attend this event is because of the brand of politics which Team William Ruto at the coast are employing. And to them, that politics is not going to take them anywhere. If you followed Feisal Mohamed's campaign in Msambweni, which he won, he did one thing. In all his rallies, he never attacked Raila Odinga. What of Aisha Jumwa? What of Jichopevu? What of my friend Hassan Omar? They've been trying to avoid attacking Raila Odinga, but the fact of the matter is that Aisha Jumwa is personal with Raila Odinga. So they've been attacking Raila Odinga. So basically this brand of politics is what made them lose, made Joho lose in Msambweni. So these guys don't want to go there. Mvurya is a gentleman of Kenyan politics. And because he's associated with Uhuru Kenyatta, these guys are attacking President Uhuru Kenyatta in all their rallies. So Mvurya is telling them that brand of politics, for me, I'm not going to follow it because I'm in Jubilee, but on the wing of President Uhuru Kenyatta. The third thing which is happening there is the coastal coastal unity, the unity of the coastal region. You see, the coastal region, for a long time, has supported Raila Odinga. This time round, if BBI is going to pass, of course it's likely to pass, then the coastal region has a chance of producing a senior cabinet secretary. They have a chance of producing either a deputy president or a deputy prime minister. They have high chances of that. So for them to be taken seriously, it means they must consolidate themselves. Then deliver the seats to their party, coastal-based party. Then they can negotiate. So if you want if you want them to vote you as a prime minister, then give us this. We have the numbers. So that coastal unity is another thing which is really worrying William Ruto, because his allies have decided. Hassan Omar, Jichopevu, Aisha Jumwa. I don't think these three people, who are the key engine of William Ruto's campaign in the coastal region, will agree to work with Hassan Joho, will agree to work with Amason Kingi. In fact, initially what was happening was that these guys were pushing for the coast-based political party because they realized it was difficult to go against ODM in that region. Now, Hassan Joho and Kingi and Mvurya are now coming up with that coastal-based party. And this guy, now they're saying, Kadu Asili, which died some time ago, was finally buried yesterday when the chief financier, who is the Kuku billionaire, appointed its ACK proponent, Kilifi North MP Owen Baya, as the official spokesperson of the Wheelbarrow Party order, cousin. So basically what's happening is that Aisha Jumwa and the group have been trying to revive Kadu Asili. Kadu Asili is associated with the coastal region. So by Hassan Joho, Amason Kingi and Mvurya coming together to form another, or to push for another coast-based political party, it means they won't have a say in that party. And since they won't have a say in that party, it means even the influence of William Ruto on that party is going to be limited. And number 4, in my considered opinion, is the Raila Odinga factor. Take it or leave it. Raila Odinga is still a factor at the coastal region. That's the fact. These guys have stood with him, they've voted for him. Someone might come there and win, but it's not going to be easy for these people. He still has his networks, he still has his support base, and there's no evidence as at now that he's losing those regions. I watch very closely William Ruto's rallies, especially at the coast, in Mombasa and in Kilifi, they were not as charged as his rallies are always charged in this country. Let me hear your thoughts. But for me, William Ruto's campaigns, 3-day tour of the coastal region, is not a huge success. It's actually a drawback for him. If he had waited a bit longer, let's say for the next 2 weeks to go there, probably I would have understood. But again, in politics, he has his own objectives which he wants to achieve. Probably in his thinking, in his team's thinking, they have achieved those objectives. So it's only a matter of time for us to wait and see how things are going to unfold. I don't know what you think, but that's my take.